We're here at Bixby Creek Bridge. This is an amazing bridge. You've all seen it in lots of different places. And, you know, one of them was Big Little Lies. It's an iconic shot that's used in all sorts of movies. Clint Eastwood used it in Play Misty for Me. And we're going to get this shot. And the reason I'm here today is that Olympus, after I did that interview with Lauren Bath, she talked about live composite. And the next day, Olympus got a hold of me and said, hey, we'd like to loan you a camera so you could try it out. So this is their EM1X that I have shot just a little bit with, but I'm really, really interested in this live composite because what it does is it takes numerous, just continuous live shots, but it only adds a new light source. And so while the sun is fading, we're really at the end of, this is kind of the end of the golden hour, and it's actually going to turn into the blue hour, which it already is. But we've got car headlights, and we might even get some star trails. We'll see. There's an awful lot of haze here that might block out the stars, but we'll give it a shot. So listen, don't laugh at me behind the scenes, because this is like really the first time I've used this camera, and I don't know about you, but you know, muscle memory and just kind of getting to know my way around. I'm still figuring it out. But so far, one of the things I do like about this camera is I like, you know, when you can access things right here, you can push buttons, you don't have to dive deep into menus and that sort of thing. And it's pretty well organized that way, which I have to say is something I really like. So let me just start getting set up here. I want to get, you know, the edge of the bridge, but I want to get the coastline as well. And that's pretty good. You know, I'm going to actually move over here. I just want to get kind of along the edge of the bridge here. This, exposure-wise, is good. Okay, so, you know, you can see everything here. I'm shooting in RAW. And this says live comp. So we go ahead and press the shutter once. Now it says it's ready. And let's fire it away and see what happens. Now, as it adds new light source, it will actually show on the screen. So it's kind of like you're going to see it develop. And you see those lines? Those are headlights being added. That's what caught my attention with Lauren when she showed that in Sydney Harbor with all the lights and everything going on. I thought, well, that's kind of cool and interesting. Let's see how that works. There's not a lot of people out tonight. Obviously, it's still during the quarantine. Normally this, you know, on Saturday, this thing would be packed with people. But right now, there's few cars, but everyone that comes by is going to add to that live comp. And I see some coming along. Actually, yeah, what's cool is you can see them actually on the road, and that's being added to the live comp, which is pretty cool. We're still in the end of the golden hour, right? So we've got a lot of orange light coming in from where the sun is setting. It's warm, beautiful warm light just kind of bouncing off of it and warming it up. And now we've got the light streaks. And those are the number, and see how many images have already been taken. Meanwhile, I hope you guys are doing well. You know, we're fortunate we can actually get outside. Not everybody can do that. This is the first shoot we've been on in, I can't remember, the last 2 months, right, Jared? It's been 2 months the last time we actually did a shoot, but you've seen us doing all this live stream, and thanks for joining us. Because without that, I don't know what we do. We all need that connection, and it's really important. And here comes some more lights. Check it out. This is cool. This is the very first live composite I've ever done. This is it, numero uno. I tried it last night, but I didn't set it up right, so it didn't really count. This is live composite number one with a brand new camera. And getting familiar with it is always a challenge. There comes a bunch of more cars adding to our nice little stream there. Now we've taken almost 1,800 images. Isn't that incredible? 1,800 going into this thing. We're at 15 minutes But that bridge is like, you know, obviously the centerpiece of the photograph. We are out of the golden hour. In fact, it's another 8 hours and 51 minutes until the next magic hour is coming. That sort of surprises me. That's at 5:31 a.m. Stick around, you guys. Maybe we'll stay here all night. But what I love about this is if, let's say, you know, we just started shooting right now and we're waiting for headlights, we wouldn't have that base image. So we'd have a really, really dark bridge and we'd have headlights on top of it, but this is a completely different feel. I'm digging it. We've shot almost 3,000 images here. Isn't that amazing? So every half a second, and we've gone almost 25 minutes. So that's, you know, that would be 120 every minute, right? And we've got 25 minutes, so there you do the math. And, you know, thank you, Olympus, for sending me this camera right away and telling me how to use it. This camera is pretty amazing. It's got two batteries in it. It's the only camera I've ever had 2 complete batteries, so you can drain one and then you go to the second one. It's just a backup.
And it's just seamless?
It's seamless. You never know that. You would never know that it just goes from one battery to another. And you can put 2 cards in the slot, so you got a lot of shooting time. And that's really handy for video, because anybody who's shot a lot of video knows that you can drain that battery. And the worst thing is right in the middle of a really cool video shoot, the battery goes dead. You know, you got to back up, you got to, you know, take the battery out and change it and stop whatever you're doing and start again. And you pretty much wouldn't have to do that with these 2 batteries built in. Don't try this at home, by the way, if you're going to go out and do something. I mean, this is for you guys, and I like this image. But if you're doing anything serious, you really have to make sure you test your equipment before you go. I have made that mistake, and it's not pretty. When I was a kid, I got a paid job to shoot a kind of a meeting, and I had never used this particular speed light, and it was a train wreck. It was like one of the most horrifying experiences, because I came back, I knew when I was doing it, I didn't know this speed light, and I didn't test my equipment. And I'm pretty much a natural light photographer anyway. So I got back and every one of the images was unusable. That's not a good experience. You can eliminate that by always testing your equipment. I mean, this is a test experience right now. So the next time I do this, I've already learned a few things. You know, I know, okay, good. So I see the headlights, the sky, well, you know, we're starting to see some stars here. I can see them with my eye, I just don't know if the camera is seeing them. It's really hard to say. Again, we've still got that base exposure. That sky is from the original exposure 25 minutes ago, almost 30 minutes ago. Okay, so here's the shutter. Notice what happens here. So I'm going to press it. Boom. Now it's processing. Okay, there's our image. That's cool. The sky, yeah, it's just, you know, because of that haze, we're not really getting. But we got the car trails, and that's what I wanted. Okay, that worked. I hope you guys are staying safe, staying well. You know, normally I would give you a whole thing like, hey, make sure you subscribe and share it and like it. So go ahead and do all that anyway. And leave your comments. And remember, no matter what, remember to get out and capture your own images of life. I love you guys. See you soon live. And hey, let's do more of these. This is fun, right?